Deus Ex Icarus Effect, Chapter 4, Part 1 Summary. NYPD 10th Precinct, New York City. Anna is drinking awful coffee in the police station in an uncomfortable metal chair. She sits there for a while when the man she least wanted to see, Ronald Temple, comes in to see her. Temple sits down in the empty chair as the doors close and lock. He places a silver briefcase onto the table. "What the fuck are you doing, Kelso?" Temple asks. "Do you have any idea what kind of shit you're in?" Anna says she had her reasons, but Temple doesn't particularly care. He says that it's all covered up, but he had to call in favors. The agency had concluded that the Red Arrow was responsible for the deaths, but Anna didn't buy it. The case was closed. Temple opens the case and pulls out stems. "How long have you been using again?" he asks Anna. Anna says she hasn't, she just needed to stay on top of things. Apparently she used to use 3 years ago and Ryan got her job back and helped her get off the drugs. Anna shouts. The attack on Senator Schuyler was a false flag operation. The target was Dansky all along. We just got caught in the crossfire. Temple says he read her report, but there was nothing to back it up. He reiterates that the case is closed and the killers are all dead. I don't believe that. Division turned down my request to reopen the case, so I looked into it myself. Dansky wasn't the only one. There are other important people, scientists, corporate executives, other politicians, and even UN ambassadors, all of them targeted by assassins with similar modus operandi. You can't know that. The same men who killed Matt are running free. I've been trying to find something, anything, a name. That's why I came here to Intrepid. That's why I came here to the Intrepid. They could get me the names. Tyrants, she said it like it was a curse. They're the killers. If I could track them down and find out who they're working for, she trails off. That's enough, shouts Temple. These hackers you were caught with, half of them were known associates of the global cyber terrorist cell, a group called Juggernaut. They are on the most wanted list. Your request was denied because you have nothing but paper-thin garbage you call evidence and wacko conspiracy theories. There's a new pit bull sniffing around the agency. His name is Philip Riley Meade, the Florida governor. Meade is trying to make DeSilvio look bad by shining light on every mistake he can find. Yeah, we know, he's the future president. Moving on. Her badge and ID have already been deauthorized, and the gun has already been taken. And now she's on medical leave. In a month, when all this has been forgotten, a closed session review of your conduct will be held, and you will be discharged from service, forfeiting pension and privileges. Go home and let this go. Ouch. Things didn't go too well for her, did they? Moving on. Chapter 4, Part 2. Zubov Square, Moscow. The tyrants arrive in a super cool black helicopter. Hardesty hops out and plays sniper, popping a few guards through the heart like a pro. The rest of the team hops down using their long-fall augs. Saxon thinks it's pretty trippy to just be able to jump out without worrying about a cord or anything. Fedorova jumps after and lands with grace. She's definitely the Catwoman/Spaniard of the group. The rest come down to after they've confirmed everyone that needs to be dead is dead. Saxon uses his head computer to scan a dead body and says, "This guy was a mob hitter." Namir says, "They all are. Keep up." They find an air conditioning vent and Gunther yanks it open. After that's open, Saxon asks where Red, aka Fedorova, is. Barrett chuckles and says, "She's around." Oh, they all have code colors. Fedorova is red, Gunther is green. I'm sure this doesn't matter, but yeah, Barrett is blue. So Gunther activates a disc to block their communications. It was a circular machine disc that he had on his back. Then they enter the air vent. The plan is for the 3 big guys to go 3 different ways, with Barrett in the back covering them. Saxon toggles his eyes to low light mode so he can see all the elevators in shades of green and white. Kontarski and his people are on floor 13. Saxon ends up on the roof of an elevator and sees the guy inside adjusting his eyes. He sees the bluish glitter and knows the guy just activated his see-through all the walls AUG, a terahertz lens. All hell breaks loose after this. The guy freaks out and sends the elevator plunging down towards the lobby. They all try to get their guns out, but they are assault rifles and the elevator is too small, making them hard to use. Saxon does the only thing he can do. He presses a button on his wrist that causes something to happen. That causes the elevator roof to cave in. He falls down, crashing. He falls crashing down. There wasn't enough room for the three guys, and now there's an extra huge one and a lot of debris. Saxon takes the guards out, but gets bashed in the face, cracking his eye shields, whatever they are. I guess the guards back up again and beating him 3-on-1, hitting them with their guns. Saxon decides to kill them, and does so in very interesting ways. Well, by the time he finishes with the last guy, the elevator doors open and there are a bunch of guards who are not having trouble aiming their big guns at him, and they tell him to get on his knees. He does so in a very cool scene. Fedorova arrives cloaked. He goes over the details of the cloak AUG and concludes that it's expensive, rare, and to use it well, you need to have a near pathological force of will. She cuts the first guy's throat and takes the next out with their machine pistol. She looks at Saxon and smiles. Everyone but the sniper arrives and kicks some more ass. Gunther punches his fist through a guard's skull as he's trying to escape. That would be the guard, not Gunther. Gunther doesn't need to escape from anything. They get to the 13th floor and observe that things don't look like they should. They are told to proceed and stay alert by Namir. 4 thugs pop out and surprise them. Barrett reacts quickly by transforming his arm into a triple-headed barrel machine gun, just like the other Barrett. That's pretty clever. Barrett with a machine gun arm. Barrett blasts the suckers away. They get to the room they are heading to, and it's completely empty. Why would 6 men guard nothing? Namir asks. So nice to see the team leader just as confused as the rest of the team. We learn the sniper's color is white, and Namir is silver. White tells Namir that according to his scan, they're in the room with them. Namir grabs some wires and yanks them, then Hardesty gasps and says all the other targets just vanished. Clever. They were never there. They were just decoys the whole time, and guards guarding the decoys. They wander around for a bit, wondering what the hell's going on. Then Saxon says there must be some place he's hiding. He finds a hidden elevator, but can't activate it. Fedorova thinks fast, and slices off a guy's hand to use to call the elevator. There was a square of glass next to the elevator, and Fedorova deduced that it's a fingerprint scanner. Saxon gets on the elevator with Fedorova and goes up to floor 10. The elevator opened to security cubes staring right at him. When they notice they don't recognize him, they begin to unfold. The robots hesitate, trying to decide which target to attack. Saxon pulls out his gun, and Fedorova runs around fast. Saxon shoots one, and Fedorova kicks the other. I guess her legs are very strong. Saxon radios that they are on floor 10. Then he and Fedorova split up. I guess it's a circular hallway, so they go different ways. Fedorova giving him a curt nod before she leaves. We learn that Saxon's color is gray, so that's all of them. Saxon is gray, Fedorova is red, Gunther is green, Barrett is blue, Sniper is white, and Namir is silver. Good, I'm sure that will be really important later. Saxon encounters another robot that warns him to leave. Sees his gun and immediately releases a blast wave that knocks him down. This is like a waiter robot. It's very formal and nice looking. It's generally a service bot, but it has a defensive mechanism. Saxon tosses a grenade at it and blows it up. Good thing it didn't push the grenade back to him with its shockwave. If it timed it right, it could have saved itself. He continues into a soft room with a big data farm in it, a computer servers everywhere. A guy comes out of the closet with a shotgun, but Saxon gets him first. Saxon finally turns the corner and sees Kontarsky at his computer chair. He's crying and begs, "You must not stop me." A computer face in the screen says, "He's here to kill you, Mikhail." The data tag calls it Janice. Kontarsky begs again for Saxon to let him finish, saying to Janice, "You said I would have more time." Saxon takes a warning step towards him, telling him, "Don't touch that keyboard again." The video masked figure says, "This is bigger than you. We need that data on the killing floor. You must complete the upload." Saxon shoots the monitor and grabs the man, Kontarsky, by the collar, dragging him away. And dozens of screens jump to life, saying, "No, not yet." The voice says he's not a criminal, and you can't judge him. Kontarsky says he only wanted to do what was right. Saxon yells, "You're part of a global terror network. You're part of Juggernaut, and the people you sold out to are responsible for the deaths of my men." Saxon throws him down and says, "I'm taking you alive so you can answer for what you've done." Saxon turns to the screen and says, "And I'm coming for you next." The screen answers, "Do you know what you're doing, mercenary? Do you know what master you serve?" The question made Saxon hesitate as he looks at Kontarsky again, who's scared out of his mind. "I don't know anything about your men. You must believe me." And for a moment Saxon did. He was a very good judge of liars. Saxon hears green light in his ears, and a bullet flies through the window and splatters Kontarsky's brains all over the room. Then the computers go dark. Intense chapter, isn't it? And since they were so long, there's only two. So this is the end of chapter 4. Chapter 5 will be up as soon as I can get it done. Oh, there's his eye shields in it. Yeah, those are eye shields. Okay, I'll see you later. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.